Today I was able to make up to $1,470 trading, and I trade mostly from 30 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes a day. I trade early in the morning when there is so much liquidity. So in this video, I want to walk you through one of the trades I took. The main reason is because I want you to see my thought process. What is making me to be able to enter this trade, how I'm entering this trade, and how I'm coming out of this trade. This is going to help you to know when to enter your trade. You know, when you come to the stock market, there is something that is called fear and greed. Sometimes you see a trade and you know that this is what I'm supposed to enter in. You watch it go and you are looking because you are so afraid to buy, or you are so afraid to sell, just because you are not confident in whatever decision you want to make. And then greed, it comes to that place where you feel like, okay, I'm in this trade, I'm making money, I want to just keep it so that it keeps going. Why not just wait? And because of that, most people, they'll enter a trade, they make money, and at the end they end up in red because they don't know how to take that money that they have already made in the stock market. This is something that used to happen to me a lot, and most of the students that I've helped, I realized that is something that they are struggling with. So in this video, if you are struggling with something like that, then you are going to learn how to enter your trade, when to come out. If you have watched any of my videos, you will understand that before the market starts, I already pre-marked things on my chart that will help me to know exactly when I'm entering the market or when I'm leaving the market. So one of the things that I do is that I always make sure I indicate my pre-market high and my pre-market low, and then I also look at like any point of interest. So I'll go through my chart and I'll see, like here you see that this point is low here, this point is low here. I'm just going to mark those points in case, assuming that the trade goes down so high, then I already have the areas, the points of interest, so that if it gets there and there is some kind of resistance, I already know why there is some resistance. So I look across my chart to see what has happened in previous time, because something that has happened before is most likely going to happen again. So one thing that I want you to understand in trading is that there is no definite thing. It's always like, it's a possibility, it's most likely going to happen. And so now you prepare like this. Now I've already drawn all these things here, so I'm ready. So let me go. I'm going to show you side by side so that you can see my thought process, how I'm entering this trade. So we are here and I'm just sitting here watching the candlesticks. Now we see that we are going down, we are going up just like that, and I'm watching. So why is it important for you to have your line? Because it helps you to know like what the market is doing. And so because of that, you allow the trade to come to you. Look at something very important that has happened. If you notice, this candlestick, it started and it went right up to this direction, right? It came right up here. So some people might be tempted to just go ahead and enter the trade here and buy, thinking that it has crossed this line and is going up. But that's something you should never do. Always wait for your candle to be formed completely. I never take a trade when my candle is still forming. I wait for it to form. When it's done, then I know that, okay, this is final. I'm able to take this trade. So you just allow it to go just like that. You see that if you had entered that contract there, then it would have already started going against you. At this point, we don't know if it's going to turn back or no. So we are still watching and seeing. And sometimes one of the biggest things that people face is that you might start thinking, oh my goodness, it's going against me. Oh wow, you see this big candle forming and you are so scared. I want to just go in, I want to take this trade. And sometimes people think that, oh, it's going and I'm left behind. No. The market is always there. Don't make those mistakes, because when you start making like that, then it will affect your trading. So at this point, see what has happened. Did you hear that? That's when I entered the trade, because this candle just got formed and I see that it's now on my direction. So I entered the trade now, and then when you enter a trade, the candle will keep moving just like that. At this point, we are losing $50. So, but don't worry about it. Just watch and see, because you've calculated, you've programmed yourself, you know where your stop loss is. And now let's go ahead and open it so that we can see it clearly. Okay, so it's still going, and then we are just here watching. You are confident about what you have done, so there is no rush. You are not scared. You are just sitting there because you have taken a calculated action. You have actually calculated before entering the trade. So you just sit and then you watch your trade. Don't be worried. Oh wow, look at what has just happened. Now it has just really gone on our direction. Let me open this thing so we can see it clearly. So it is there like that, and then we just keep watching. One of the most important thing that I want you to see is my stop loss. So now I'm just going to keep moving my stop loss. I'm managing the trade just like that. I'll keep moving the stop loss as the trade goes in my direction. I'm managing my trade. The reason is that I don't want it to come again against me. I'm looking at the formation of the candlesticks and I'm knowing where to put my stop loss. So we are now at $650. We are just watching. We are just managing our trade. So see what I'm doing? I just keep moving my stop loss and bringing closer. As I make some money, I secure the money with my stop loss just like this. So at this point, we are getting very close to our support, and I'm also watching my trade on a different computer just to make sure that everything is fine. Now we have gotten to $875. Is actually at our support. So let's see, we are going to bring our stop loss very tight just so that if it comes against us, because now it's already on support, right? We don't want it to come against us and then we lose the money that we have already made. And the amazing thing about futures is that this money that we have already made, $875, if I stop this trade right now, this money become ours. It's already in our account. We can still use this money to trade again. It's not like options that when you have a small account, you are using a cash account, that you have to wait for that money to become mature the next day. With future, when you make a trade, you make money, that money becomes available in your account and you can use it immediately to trade again. That's one good thing about futures. So now I'm just going to come out of this trade and we are going to secure our money. We finally came out of this trade with $850. And so that is how you manage your trades. One of the things that I want you to really take note of is the candlestick, the formation of the candlestick, right? You see exactly how I waited. That is very important in trading. Always wait until your candlestick forms before you enter the trade. But if it's a trade that you had already planned and then immediately is coming out, immediately the candlestick is forming, you are going into a trade, that's perfectly fine. And then another thing that is very important is that before you enter your trades, you have a calculation. You know exactly where you are entering that trade and where you want to come out of that trade. Allow the trade, when you plan your trade, allow it to come to you. Don't rush after the market. When you start rushing after the market, you start rushing after candlesticks, then you start chasing the market, you will see that you become very nervous, you become very unsatisfied, you become very confused. But when you plan your trade, you see how trading becomes so enjoyable, it becomes so relaxed, because everything that you are making is a calculated action. Even if the trade comes against you, you know that you took the right decision. So that is how to trade overcomers. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and become a part of the family. And remember that our goal is to overcome and flourish. If you have any question, go ahead and put it down below. If you need any help in any way, check the description box down below. I'm going to have every information. You can go ahead and click on the next video and I'm going to see you in that video.